Hey guys, welcome back. So today I got a very special episode for you because today my buddies over at EFX Collectibles sent me their limited edition Dark Side Rey Lightsaber. And I saw this at San Diego Comic Con and it's actually really cool looking. So today we're gonna unbox it, take a look at it. Let's, see how it displays closed and open. I'll show you how the mechanism works and let you know what I think. So let's go take a look at it. And if this is your first time here, don't forget subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the latest videos because I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about these high-end prop replicas. All right, now let's go take a look at it. So here it is, the EFX Collectibles Dark Side Rey Lightsaber. And this thing went up for pre-order, I think late 2019, early 2020. So people have been waiting for this for a little while. So it's really, really nice to, see these actually, hitting people's home. And I'm just super excited that EFX is back and they're delivering the products that they promise and all the new cool stuff that they're coming out with. So right off the bat, we see the certificate of authenticity. It's a beautiful certificate. And of course, there's really not much history behind the Dark Side Rey lightsaber, right? Because in fact, we only see it for a couple seconds in the Rise of Skywalker. But just like all of the other EFX products, because they have the license from Lucasfilm, they're reconstructed exactly as the screen use prop. Now, this is new for EFX Collectibles. As you notice, they switched the color, right? It's kind of like an inverted, I guess it's like a dark background with the white lettering, which is new, right? Most of them are silver with black lettering. So that's definitely new. And the stand is also a little new. And I think it's very appropriate, obviously, for this prop because it is the Dark Side Rey lightsaber. So I like the fact that they added those extra little touches like the black buttons here on the base, which normally are silver. And then, of course, the plaque is dark, right? So I really like that little detail. Now here's the stand, and I'm just really happy that EFX Collectibles went back to kind of their traditional stands. I really think they look very classy. And of course, for collectors like myself, we like the uniformity of things. So I'm just really excited that they decided to go back to their original bases. Now here it is. Now, it's pretty heavy right off the bat. I mean, it definitely feels heavy. And I haven't done this for almost a decade to pull out a EFX lightsaber here directly from the box. So it feels nice to, do this once again. And of course, the packaging is beautiful. And here it is. Man, right off the bat, I mean, the paint job is amazing. I mean, this looks like an old kind of weathered, very in-universe lightsaber. And man, it's fully metal. I mean, it's all metallic. It has some really good weight to it. And look at this weathering. I mean, the paint is just awesome. Man, EFX did a really, really, really good job on the paint job here. I really wasn't expecting this, even though I saw it at Comic-Con. Under obviously better lighting here, you could really just see all of this great weathering. And look, regardless of what you think of the sequels and the characters, you cannot deny this lightsaber is beautiful. And I love that there's like little hints of things that are familiar to Star Wars fans, right? So for example, like the little black parts on the hilt, they look like Darth Vader's like emitter, right? The front part, it mimics that same kind of squared look on the top. But man, this thing is just beautiful. And like I said, I literally just saw this last week at San Diego Comic Con, and I guess I couldn't appreciate the color and the paint job just because of the convention lighting. But again, once you see it in good lighting, Wow, I'm impressed. See, this is what I'm talking about the Vader sabers, right? It really kind of it's like a, a tip of the hat to Darth Vader's lightsabers. So I really like the fact that the prop masters did that. And even the body kind of gives me like a vibe of kind of like the IG-88 head, the jet engine. I don't know, the red cylinder parts kind of give me that vibe. So I really like this lightsaber. And of course, one of the key differences between this lightsaber and most is that this is actually functional, meaning that it opens up and it converts into one long lightsaber. Now, the base, like I mentioned, is kind of the EFX traditional stand and base. But again, they changed the plaque, and the little EFX buttons on the corners are black on this one. So, again, just a nice little touch to kind of emphasize the fact that it's, the dark side Rey lightsaber, right? Now, the one thing I did notice, and I may be wrong about this, but I could have sworn that when the pre orders went out, it was a limited edition of 750, and now it's a limited edition of 500, which, again, for collectors, it's better, right? Because it's more exclusive. But again, I think EFX just knocked it out of the park with the weathering and the paint job on these. And as you can see there, it's magnetic, so it holds together really well. In fact, when it clicks together, because it's all metal, it just gives it this really cool, like realistic sound. And by the way, I posted pictures of this lightsaber on my Instagram, and the prop master that actually made the real screen used one commented on my post and said that EFX just knocked it out of the park with this replica. So you really can't get any higher kudos than that. So that was really cool to know that, EFX is just doing it right. And here it is on display, obviously open, and, you could display either way. I kind of like, I'm probably going to display it closed with the sabers kind of stacked up on each other. I think that just looks really cool. But I could definitely see why people would want to display it kind of open and longwise, especially because if you're going to pair it up with, let's say you had the Rey staff, I think that would look really cool to have the Rey staff kind of on top and then this one open right underneath it. But again, I mean, just look at these colors. I love the fact that, it has that blue tint on the front of the emitter because, of the heat. Very similar to Kylo Ren's lightsaber, that it has that kind of purplish, bluish heat marks on the emitters. So I really like that little detail there. And here's the bottom of it. Like I said, it just, even if you knew nothing about Star Wars or the sequels, I mean, just looking at this lightsaber, there's no doubt that, I mean, it's a cool lightsaber. And I'm really impressed by the attention to detail. I mean, even the magnets are weathered. So, and I want to show you the tip here because if you get up close to it, you could actually see a lot of the weathering and a lot of the little extra details that you normally wouldn't catch from afar. Like you could see there's still that hint of blue even on that part of the emitter, and even just like the exposed metal there, just again gives it this really worn in-universe look, and EFX did an amazing job on this. I'm really impressed. All right, now I want to show you kind of how the mechanism works. So there's this button right here that you have to push, and that releases the lightsabers so you could click them together. And again, there's a magnet on there, so it snaps together perfectly, and then you could obviously display it like that. And let me do it kind of the other way. So you pull it. Now you do have to use a little bit of strength there just because of the magnets, that they are kind of strong. And then you do have to click that in. And yeah, it's very secure. And like I said, look at that. It looks great displayed that way as well. Now, again, you have to push on that little button right there to release it. Once you do that, It snaps open and then it clicks back together with the magnets. Now, the one thing that you do have to be careful is when you're putting together the stand, like the little lightsaber holder, there are two little screws on the back of them, which I didn't tighten. You definitely want to tighten them before you start putting the lightsaber on there. So just be careful with that. But there it is. Man, this is definitely the saber that I didn't think I needed until now. It's such a cool lightsaber. And again, I'm just so happy to see EFX back on their game and delivering stuff and with the same quality that, that they're known for, especially for these lightsabers. I think they're going to do some great stuff. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, because there will be some really cool ones that are coming up and some early sneak peeks at some products before it goes out to the public. Thanks, guys.